I think, as much as we're like making fun of the movie and stuff, if you're going to update the 60s show, I think they do quite a good job. I mean, there's improvements you can make.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I don't disagree with that. I think that's the correct way to watch these movies is to be like, oh yeah, and then in the 90s they adapted that 60s Adam West show and they turned it into 2 feature films.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, in the 90s, I remember where they just had a thing where like, let's just. I guess it would have been that 30-year nostalgia rule where like, well, the people who are now working in the industry are fondly remembering the things that they grew up on. So
exactly.
At the time, you got like, oh, we're doing a movie of the Beverly Hillbillies and a movie of the Brady Bunch and a movie of like all these, so like Sergeant Bilko and all these shows from years and years ago. But then so I guess maybe it's in line with that. It's like, yeah, we already have Batman movies, but remember the Batman TV show? Let's make it more like that and stuff because it would tie into all these successful 1960s sitcoms adaptations.
And you can sell stuff to kids because it's a bit more appropriate. It makes sense. I get it.
Yeah. But I don't know if that age will ever come. Like, will there be a time? Maybe like by Matt Reeves' third movie, he's just like, I remember really enjoying Batman Forever. I'm going to try to evoke the memories of that in some way.
Remake it.
No. Oh man, that would be something else if Matt Reeves did that. That's what his plan is.
Matt Reeves, Batman Forever. Oh yeah, I'd be on board.
Wow.
I'd be there.
But of course, yeah.
How do you actually? Let me just ask this though. While we mentioned Matt Reeves, I know we don't want to go too off topic because we're running our usual length. But what do you make of the car, Scott? I can't remember what you said.
Of this Batmobile?
No. Oh no. Oh. Well, we're going to bring that up.
Yeah.
But of the Matt Reeves one.
Oh, like what do I think about that? Like in theory, you mean, or?
Well, have you seen it? Yeah.
Oh, that car. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to do too many spoilery things.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. No, I think it's really cool. Especially based on everything that I think I know about what that movie's based on. I think it's perfect.
Oh, good. Because we really like the car.
Yeah.
So hearing that just adds another layer of excitement.
Yeah. Although it was
very different.
It was weird though, seeing because it's essentially it's a modified muscle car, which is what I love about it. But weirdly enough, because there's always a 10-week gap between recording and air date, I was just this week editing the episodes with Phil and Connor. They're coming out like tomorrow, and I think at one point we're talking about the Batmobile, and I actually say like I guarantee you Matt Reeves' Batmobile is just going to be like a modified normal car. And it's going to be like, hey, he just got a Jeep and painted it black, or he just got a Vauxhall and stuck a giant rocket on the back of it or something. And then seeing it's like, hey, it happened. since then and now it's actually occurred.
And let me guess, when you said that, we were all like, oh, that'd be terrible.
I don't think everyone at the time was like, oh, yeah, that makes total sense. So.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm glad they went that direction because it's a brand new direction that we haven't seen yet. And it's I was so sick of the tanks.
Yeah.
They were cool, but I don't want another one.
Honestly,
they were cool. Like the first one was cool, and then the one in Batman v Superman, I was like, really, a tank again?
Yeah.
And so like I just I'm glad
and it's not
we're getting
that different to the other tank, really.
Yeah, not really. It's a little more car shaped, but it's also like more complicated. It seemed like.
Yeah. It was way more over the top. I mean, it was over the top anyway. But somehow in those movies, in the Nolan ones, you just accept them. You're like, oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. That makes sense.
Right.
And plus, we all know in terms of fancy Batmobiles, like, this movie's got the pinnacle. You're never going to beat the Batman Forever Batmobile, so why even try? Like,
Niall.
We can all agree on that, right?
Stop lying to our listeners.
I remember, Scott, you did say on Facebook that you felt the Kilmer Mobile was a bit much.
Yeah.
Yes.
To say I cannot abide such tomfoolery, sir.
It is. It's over the. Look at those. I say this every episode. Look at those stupid fins.
Yeah.
They're ridiculous.
It's bad. It's bad. I mean, it's like when Dick steals the car and it has like hydraulics for some reason and it's
bouncing
and it's just like bouncing around in that alley. It is just the worst thing I've ever seen. It is it is a hideous car.
It looks cheap.
Yeah, it does look cheap. The whole thing is made of plastic. I mean, it's awful. And it doesn't get any better in the next one, but it's bad here. It's already bad here.
Yeah, I'd argue it gets worse.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm disappointed that I'm going to have to act like Tommy Lee Jones to a journalist for you for the rest of the week here, Scott, with that attitude. So.